Hi everyone, my name is Lee Jaheng and this is our group presentation on the topic of Smart Parcel Box. Our group member including QA Chen, Ong Wei Jun, Tan Chi Yong and me, Lee Jaheng, we are from group 1. And first of all, I will give you all some overview on our group project. Imagine that the delivery man arrived at your house with your parcel and you do not have a parcel box outside your house. And the first thing the delivery man will do is to call you and wait for you to come out to collect the parcel. In this one. And the whole process of the parcel collecting is very time consuming, especially the waiting part. So if you have a parcel box outside your house, the delivery man will just need to put the parcel into the parcel box. And then they can leave right after they put the parcel into the parcel box. And then you will just need to collect your parcel from the parcel box. And in our group project, we propose a solution on developing a smart parcel box. And the parcel box will have the function of authentication of delivery man before he put the parcel into the parcel box. Next, let's move into the study background. The smart parcel box is one part of the smart home system, and smart home is the idea of controlling all the home appliances or devices remotely, anywhere, anytime, because all of the home appliances and the devices are interconnected through the internet. Besides, the existence of the Internet of Things, the IoT, is what makes the idea of smart home achievable. And the IoT can be worked automatically without any help of humans, thanks to the technology of the sensing. Next, the first ever smart device, the Echo 4, was invented in the year of 1966. The Echo 4 is the smart device that can compute a shopping list, control the home's temperature, and as well as switch off and on the appliances. And in 1998 to early 2000s, the smart home is beginning to increase and many different of technology are starting to emerge. And the smart home is become a normal in the recent year. Besides, people are start to seek out the efficiency to the outside of the house after they realize how convenient is the smart device had brought to them. And that's all for the study background. I will pass the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
A very good morning to the lecturers. My name is Ong Wei Jun, and today I would like to present about the problem statement and also the objective for our assignment, which is the smart parcel. So we will proceed to the problem statement. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the online shopping has become more popular not only because of the convenience, but also of the safety concern. Although it seems will be safer for the people to shopping virtually online rather than the physically. In fact, the parcel are raising another concern because it can be one of the virus transmission mediums. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), they have cited that the virus of the COVID-19 can persist for up to 24 hours in the cardboard and also the 72 hours on the plastic and the stainless steel. So that is the problem statement for our assignment, and I will proceed to the next is the objective. So there are three main objectives of our assignment. So the first objective is to develop a smart parcel box that will receive the parcel for the receiver by itself. The second objective is the smart parcel box that can able to verify and authenticate the identity of the delivery man. So the third objective is to provide the visualization of data to analyze the activity or accessing the smart parcel. So the proposed solution for our assignment is the solution we propose is to develop a smart parcel box that will help the receiver to receive the parcel from the delivery man without the owner's interference. Besides that, the smart parcel box will send one-time pin to the delivery man to authenticate the right person to receive the parcel. If the delivery man enters the correct OTP, it will open the door, else the door will remain locked. So after that, all the log activity will be stored into the database of our system and will visualize the data to provide meaningful insight in case someone is planning to break the smart parcel box. So that is all for the problem statement, the objective, and also the proposed solution for our assignment. So I will pass the presentation to my next presenter. Thank you.
Good day. So my name is Chen. So I'm going to present the system architecture diagram of the smart parcel. So at first, the user will enter the message in the Amazon Lex, and then the Amazon Lex will invoke the Lambda function. Before I enter the flow, I need to mention that actually we have two Lambda function and two DynamoDB. And this one, the second step, the Amazon Lex will invoke the first Lambda function. After that, the first Lambda function will query the OTP value and also the phone number from the first DynamoDB, and then the first DynamoDB will return the OTP value and the phone number to the first Lambda function. And then the first Lambda function will pass the OTP and the phone to the Amazon SMS service to use the SMS to send the SMS to the user. And after the user has received the SMS message with the OTP value, the user will, in the step 7, enter again the OTP value into the Amazon Lex. And then in the step 8, the Amazon Lex is going to invoke the second Lambda function. In this second Lambda function is going to perform the authentication. So if it will query again the OTP from the first DynamoDB, and then the first DynamoDB will return the OTP value to the second Lambda function. After the authentication is successfully, he will return the message to tell the user through the Amazon Lex whether they have successfully entered the correct OTP or the wrong OTP. In the meanwhile, in the step 12, it will invoke the AWS IoT core to light out the LED in the Raspberry Pi, which we have connected to the AWS IoT core. And actually, we can notice that there are two more services in the top right corner. This Amazon Precise is connected to the second DynamoDB, which the second DynamoDB is using the second Lambda functions to store the log activity of the user in this second DynamoDB. In this second DynamoDB, we are going to store the log activity like the status, the timestamp, the name, and also the phone number of the user. And then we know that the Precise cannot connect directly to the DynamoDB, so we need the help from the antenna to link them together. And the detail I will present in the demo part. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tan Zilong, and the part I want to share with you guys is about the future work in our project. We have developed the prototype of smart parcel by integrating all the Amazon services, but there are some improvement in terms of the functionality of future work. So I have stated out 4 possible improvements. This is Amazon Lex able to verify multiple persons clearly, integrate the Amazon Lex into website or mobile applications. The third one is by implement using real hardware equipment instead of using the virtual Raspberry Pi. The last one will be add image processing in smart parcel. This is because we hope that we can break the chains of COVID-19. We foresee the possibilities of email by using the image processing technologies to recognize the size of parcel being put in the parcel box. After recognize the size of parcel box, it will automatically disinfect the surface and also make sure all the surface is disinfected. Now it's my turn to share with you about the comparison of relevant platforms. There are 3 tables will be introduced to make sure you guys have better understanding. The first one is the comparison of IoT cloud platform vendors according to available hubs. As you can see from the table, AWS has the most number of hubs compared to other platforms. More hubs in the platform not only made the user connecting easier, but also simplified the communication between device to cloud or device to device. And the next one is the Microsoft Azure is more preferable in analytics such as data visualization, data storage, and data log monitoring, something like that. It provides more possibilities than others too. The third one is the security issue is also important. So the AWS and Google Cloud are considered as viable options because based on this table, these 2 platforms provide higher security. As a conclusion, different kinds of platforms have their strengths, so the user normally choose the platform based on their interests. That's all about our presentation. Thank you.
Good day, sir. So I am going to demo the technical part. So since we have integrated all the service into one solution, so I will present all the service now. And the first one is the Amazon Lab. So let me build the Amazon Lab first. And in the left panel, we can see that in this Amazon Lab, I have 2 intents, which is the verified person and the get person intent. So I'm going to invoke the first intent, which is the verified person. So now I built successfully already. So I type. And in this first intent is going to invoke the first Lambda function, which is the SSS Python. In this SSS Python Lambda functions is going to query the OTP number and also the phone number from the DynamoDB. After that, it will pass the OTP and the phone number to the SMS service. After that, use the SMS service to send the SMS service to the user phone. And eventually, it will return one message to the Amazon Lab, which to elicit the slot in the second intent. So now we come to the second intent. So after, actually we can say that now after we type in the "can you help me," it will elicit the slot in the second intent, which hi, what is the received OTP? So we going to enter the received OTP, which is 17896. And then it will prompt out a confirmation if I type yes. And it will fulfill the fulfillment and invoke the last Lambda function, which is the delivery test. In this delivery test Lambda functions is going to query again the OTP number from the DynamoDB. After that, use the query OTP to compare with the OTP entered by the user. If the user enter the correct OTP, it will prompt out the content which your OTP is the full value, and if the wrong OTP is the prompt out a message is the set the wrong OTP. And now we can see that now we enter the correct OTP, and in the meanwhile it's also going to use the AWS IoT core service to light out to publish a payload to the Raspberry Pi, which I have connected just now to the AWS IoT. It will turn the LED into the green color if the user enter the correct OTP. How if the user enter the wrong OTP? Let me try again. So let me try 1 4 5 6. Yes. So it will put out the message telling the user that it's the wrong OTP. And now we back to the Raspberry Pi. So now we can see that it turned into the red color. And back to the lambda function just now. In the meanwhile, it's comparing the OTP number, is also trying to store the log activity of the user into the DynamoDB. Now here the log activity is referring to the whether the user enter the correct OTP or enter the wrong OTP. And now come to the DynamoDB. And before I refresh, we have 20 items in the my data table. And let me try to refresh the DynamoDB. So we can see that actually I tried 2 times just now. So now the item return increased to 22. So let me. And in the just now, in the first try, we enter the correct OTP. So here we going to record the timestamp. Here the timestamp is not following our real time because it's follow the region one, and we also record the name of the user, the phone number, and the status. The status is categorized into 2, which is the on and off. The on means that the user enter the correct OTP, and off means that the user enter the wrong OTP. And just now we first try is the correct OTP, and the second try is the off OTP. And this data we are going to use in the precise to visualize the data. And we know that precise is the visualized tool, and it cannot connect directly to the DynamoDB, so we need the help from the antenna. So actually I have configured the antenna, so I decided to use the precise. In this, I have one visualized graph. So at first, in the listening Jiaheng, the status on count is 9 and the status off is 6. And just now I have updated the DynamoDB, so let me refresh the precise again. So wait a while. So the number of the count on should be added by 1 and the off should be added by 1 also. So go up. So we can see that actually now the count of the status on increased by 1 reach 10 and the count increased by 1 becomes 7. The justification we do the visualization like this is to provide an insights to the admin to analysis that they can based on the proportion of the status on to the status off to determine whether this user is the good person or the bad person. If the proportion of the status off is too much compared to the status on, so the admin can suspect this person as the bad person. So that's all for our service. Thank you for watching.